2028 is indeed a memorable day. I am blessed and very thankful to have celebrated my 60th birthday with all of you. It was an early age of 5 when I first had a close look at the ugly face of poverty and human illness. When my father started taking me along with him on his weekly round of aiding people in a small town. No, he's not a physician, but a pastor whose ministry includes reaching out to the sick with God's healing power. It inspired me to become a doctor. However, my parents could not afford to pay for my education. I'm the eldest of 5 siblings. My mother was a librarian who taught us the value of reading books. I believe that with hard work and education, we can fight poverty. I remember growing up working different odd jobs and relying on a chess scholarship to finance my education. My dear friends and family, your support and encouragement have been the cornerstone of my journey. I arrived in New York City in 1993 and applied for the internal medicine residency program. My wife asked me to review her retirement benefits and meet the financial advisor since she was so busy with her calls and I was just hanging around waiting for the release of the residency matching. The financial advisor was a New York life insurance agent and he was pitching us to buy a whole life insurance product. I was unemployed during that time and very mindful of costs and expenses. I politely declined to purchase the life insurance because my novice financial knowledge told me it was expensive and we could not afford the product with limited resources. This was my first introduction to the financial world in the US, and as a chess player, I could already envision the endgame by finding the right moves and strategies. I grew up in the Philippines where I only knew about savings by opening a bank account. It motivated me to go to the library and read as many books about personal finance as possible. There was no internet yet, and I had to do it the old-fashioned way of studying. Fortunately, there was CNBC to watch to supplement my understanding. I also realized that do-it-yourself is something you need to learn, from setting up the furniture to doing our taxes, because of our tight budget. For me, investing is like playing chess. You need to have a plan and patience. Each piece has a role to play. You need to calculate the risk and anticipate moves into the future. My principle in investing is to make it simple and always minimize the cost. I achieved this milestone through a strong partnership with my wife. I am very grateful for her tireless support and devotion to our family. Reaching financial freedom gave me time to follow my heart and passion, to give back to my community. I am very active and involved with my medical school fraternity, Tau Sigma Phi USA Foundation. Its mission to promote academic excellence, empower responsible leadership, provide humanitarian service, and to foster brotherhood. The foundation I helped build was established in 2002. I am very much committed to its success. It started with a $60,000 in funds and has grown to a $1 million foundation. Today, Darnel and I would like to share another milestone in our lives on my 60th birthday by donating $100,000 to Tau Sigma Phi USA Foundation because we believe in its mission and vision. This will help the foundation continue supporting UST students who need to finish their education through scholarship grants. This will help many indigent Filipinos receive care through life-saving medical missions and support and uplift numerous underserved communities around the Philippines. Your support has made all this possible, and I hope it inspires you to also give back to your communities. Thank you very much for all your heartwarming greetings and support. Your presence means the world to me. Hail Tauan.
Well, here we are. 60 years of Stephen. 10, my love. Today is a celebration of your life. That's 6 decades of wisdom, wit, white hair, now colored in black, courtesy of me, and wonderfulness. And while some might see this as senior milestones, I like to think of it as level 60 in the game of life. Because if anyone is living life with focus and on a mission, it's my one and only husband, Ben. Let me start by saying Stephen's story is nothing short of inspiring. As many of you know, Stephen's journey began from very humble beginnings. His path taught him the value of financial independence. But truth be told, that's not what first drew me to him. It was his character. Well, his good looks were a nice bonus. Fate, and maybe a little bit of divine intervention, brought us together during our pediatric rotation in clerkship. That's when I immediately saw how passionate he is about the things that matter most to him. His family and friends, whom he always calls his greatest treasures. His love for chess, and his unrelenting determination to succeed. He always dreamt of going to the US, where his father had already paved the way. I saw firsthand how deeply he cared for his mother and his brothers, and his loyalty to his friends. That's why so many of you are here tonight. His drive is evident even in the little things, like solving the star newspaper puzzle for 3 straight months in the hopes of winning something. Whether he won or not, his grit, persistence, and resilience made me fall for him even more. We often joke that I invested in a penny stock when it came to Stephen. And let me tell you, it paid off. This year marks our 32nd wedding anniversary and 36 years since we started talking or dating in today's lingo. Right, Jacqueline? I have no regrets. If I had to live life over again, I'd choose him every time. Many of his fraternity brothers and UST batchmates are here tonight. As you know, Stephen's commitment to Tauan is deep. It's almost like a second marriage. I don't mind it much because I know how passionate he is. In fact, his bromance with Darnel over the past 3 years is legendary. After every reunion, they dive into a post-game analysis like it's the NBA Finals. I just let them be. As the saying goes, if you can't beat them, join them. One thing I absolutely know, the Tauans are smart in choosing their partners. Strong women who understand priorities and have unmatched patience. Ladies, when you said yes to your Tauan husband, you didn't just marry a man. You married the fraternity too. But don't worry, there's a trade-off. They can't complain when their master wives order a few luxury purses, clothing, or accessories. I have an app for that. See me later for deals. I'm also thrilled to share that Tauan USA has officially reached millionaire status. Stephen has dreamt of that for a long time. Even more resources to help our brothers and those in need back home. Stephen is a wonderful father to our 3 children, Jared, Jordan, and Jacqueline. Sure, he slept soundly through the night since Jared was born, was breastfeeding. But he always been there for us, especially financially. The kids know exactly who to call for what. Taxes and money go to dad. Everything else to mom. Fair division, right? He loves planning family trips. Once someone mentions a place, you're already Googling hotels and flight options. That's Steven. Responsible, dependable, and endlessly helpful. And last, but definitely not the least, he's a great lover. Okay. I know what you're all thinking. Jared, Jordan, and Jacqueline, cover your ears. But I'm not just talking about intimacy. I mean emotional connection, mutual respect, unwavering support, and true appreciation of one another. Though yes, all of that in bed also makes sense. Steven and I have grown so much individually and even more together. For sure, we make each other better. So on his 60th birthday, my wish is simple. May he have a long, joyful life by my side, surrounded by the love of friends and family. We love you all, and I'm so grateful to see everyone here tonight to celebrate my husband. My love, Ben, and to you all, Steven. Hep hep hooray!
Hey!